Okay. So we're at 4.2, and that's that resolution I got in front of you, and I'll read it for you. I typed it up quickly. It has to do with TICAN, all these letters. Therefore, be it resolved that council authorizes the CAO to set up a meeting with Greg Tramley, Burns Mandel Engineering Consulting, and council to discuss the development agreement between the RM of Cornwallis and TICAN Development. I'll have a mover. It should be there.
Yeah.
Here, you can
I have that.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
give that to Councilor Brown so he's aware of what we're doing. Okay, we've got Councilor Ross that moved it. Who seconded it? I have the seconder get it on the floor to discuss. Councilor Maxwell seconds it. Okay, any questions? We've got
I know this has been ongoing for some time, so yeah, we need to get together and speak with our legal and eventually include the developer and come up with a development agreement.
anybody-
I can read off one of these attachments that's there, like I have a question of.
Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Which,
number 2, the attachment, I refer you to, some information on here that this is the first I've seen, but it says that Reeve has reached out in private in June to ask if they would change their plan, and he said if they changed the access road onto Gray Road, council would pay for the changes. And he says that we would hire a consultant and make the changes, pay for them, and in exchange, we would remove any conditions that we got from the judgment from the municipal board. Is that right? Did we offer that?
well, no, what it was is if you go back to the to the Poohatch, we consulted with Megan Bowles, the planner, we weren't satisfied with the Poohatch design, so we authorized that. And part of that discussion was because Megan was part of the public municipal board hearing, she presented and she didn't like the cul-de-sacs, the design and all that. And what I did, we discussed it here with the former CEO was there to reach out to Mr. Rice to see if there would be a willingness to reconsider his design, the cul-de-sac, because we're still not comfortable. Our planner isn't the municipal engineer, but there was no deal struck. I just wanted to see
He's
it.
suggesting we are offering to pay to redesign it. I mean, I would be concerned with that.
Well,
That
to
would
do-
be a set of precedent. I
Yep.
think we're redesigning subdivisions.
now what the discussion was, and I understand he taped the conversation, and that's fine. I reached out to see because we had a lot of objections about those cul-de-sacs and still have. Okay, concerns, but it's approved.
We definitely.
But there was no money or anything like that. Often,
He's suggesting
Yeah.
that you were offering to waive our rights to that contribution for the road. Though, is what
No.
he's saying.
Yeah.
So
I said, you want to sit down, Mr. Maxwell, Councilor Maxwell, what I suggested to him, would he be open to come in, discuss it with us to see if he'd be willing? Anything's on the table when you go to negotiate. Nothing was offered.
Okay, so
No.
he's not being truthful on this.
I'm not sure what he's referring to. I didn't offer anything. Now, there is, when you heard, if you would have been at the municipal board hearing, again, a professional planner, an engineer, and our lawyer had grave concerns about the design of his subdivision. And I
don't
think-
know that was the case. They were talking about the road safety issue.
Yes, the cul-de-sacs were, I'm not sure if I know.
What was that on? That was identified as an issue?
That was some issues.
Okay, but that isn't,
Yeah.
all I was after was.
Yeah,
I wasn't
no, there
sure
was
we
no-
hadn't offered him something, because I know that council didn't pass a resolution to.
No,
Pay it for anything.
I wanted to, Councilor Maxwell, I wanted to get him in this room to hear our voice of the concerns that we had back then, still have, but we're moving forward. We're gonna sit down with our legal counsel and our engineer to see how can we push this thing forward to satisfy the developer himself. Because he wants to move forward, and I can understand.
No, I know this for a long time before we were elected here, but
Yeah.
I was concerned about the issue of what he's saying here. So someone's not telling the truth.
Yeah, I didn't offer any. There was no money. I don't even know what those costs of those roads would be.
Okay.
But, okay, so anybody else got any questions on that? I'll call for the question. All in favor? Carried. Okay. The next one, I've got a resolution here as well. I'll read it over because of the technical difficulties. Whereas the RM of Cornwallis agreed to the Burns Mendel Engineering Consultant Service Agreement via Resolution 2023-3014. Now therefore be it resolved that the RM of Cornwallis Council authorizes the CAO to sign the engineered service agreement dated February the 26th, 2023. So that's the resolution, and I have a mover.
Just a point of order there, Mr. Chairperson. It's, the resolution was 2023/314, not 3014.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 314, right? Yeah, misread it. Good catch there, Councilor Ross. So can I have a mover?
I'll move that.
Okay, Councilor Ross, second. Councilor, yeah. On the floor for discussion here. Yeah.
This was something we had brought forward at the October 17th meeting to hire Burns Mendel to scout out the area for a lagoon for the Spruce Woods community. And this is just authorizing the CEO to sign the agreement
Yep.
to move it forward.
Anybody else? It's been a long time coming, so, and for the audience sake, part of that will be the kickoff meeting as we discussed before. He'll come in here and everything's going to be on the table to discuss what he's going to do for us. Okay, if nobody else has any questions, I'll call for the question. All in favor? Carried. Okay. Now, there's no resolutions on the other three, so do we just table them for the next meetings? Code of conduct bylaw, procedure bylaw, and organization bylaw, there's no resolution.
I don't have a resolution.
What's that?
I don't know.
Yeah. So because there's no resolution, the next thing, point of,
Well, my suggestion would be is that all these bylaws go to the bylaw committee to review and recommend and bring back to council.
Yeah. that's a good point.
So,
Yeah.
the, I just have this written down here. Whereas the RM of Cornwallis has established a bylaw committee to review and recommend changes to bylaws and policies. And whereas the bylaw committee will be responsible to review and revise bylaws and policies in accordance with new and established practices. Therefore, be it resolved that the procedural bylaw number 1679/08/2018 and the organizational bylaw 1690/03/2020 be provided to the bylaws committee for review, revision if required, and presentation to council for first reading at a future meeting.
Can you forward or print off the resolution? I mean,
I'll write it out. I will write out the bottom.
is it in the notes? Like what you just read?
It's not in the notes, I have it on.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, second, but we need a copy of it, right?
I have it on. Wait a second.
Well, we need we need to see what we're voting on, like everything written out. It could change if we don't have it. That's why I was wondering if he has it in his notes, we could print it over here.
Can I ask what the bylaw number was again? You said it so quickly I couldn't hear it.
The procedures bylaw 1679/08/2018 and the organizational bylaw 1690/03/2020.
2020?
Yes.
Thank you.
And just wait for everything to be written out and we can all read it. We need your 100-word a minute typing skills there, Councillor Ross.
Want me to read it back out again?
And make a photocopy of that so we can all see it.
There, be it resolved that procedures bylaw 1679/08/2018 and the organizational bylaw 1690/03/2020 be provided to the bylaws committee for review, revision, if required, and presentation to council for first reading at a future meeting. Furthermore, the code of conduct bylaw also be added to the committee, bylaw committee.
Can we make it, Bob, can we make a, Councillor Brown, make a copy so we can all have one, just so we're absolutely
I
clear.
have no idea how to
Yeah.
work that thing.
Bob,
Yeah.
you have three members?
Oh, I don't have the number for the code of conduct.
Password protected and then.
It's on the wall.
Oh, yeah. It's 69 over 6.
What's that?
You're right on that.
Well, and make sure it's done right. Thank you. Okay, we've got a mover, a seconder. Okay,
Okay, yeah, I second it.
okay, second. Any questions and discussions?
Not this time.
Yeah, Councilor Brown? Yeah, just to,
Pretty straightforward.
for clarification, do you want to put any dates on there when you're going to meet? You're the chairperson of the bylaw.
Well, it won't be here for a day or two, but, we could try and see if it works before Christmas, if not, early
After.
January.
January?
Early January. That works for everybody.
That's for first reading. So this is just to, basically for you to call a meeting and, yeah. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Okay, I'll call for the question. All in favor? Carried. Okay. First reading. Okay. Number 6. Motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn, be it resolved that the special meeting of council be hereby adjourned at 7:23.
7:23. Okay.
Second?
Councilor Ross, second. All in favor? Carried. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for doing that, Terry.
Yeah, it's too bad we missed